Yeah, they ask why I sound like this. Funny what a little weight on your chest can do. Smile crack, pen loaded, let's go. I was raised by the don't quit and figure it out. My bills on the table and the fear in the house. Learned sarcasm early, it was cheaper than therapy. Laugh through the madness like, yeah, this is fair to me. I'm a problem child with a polite tone. Say something wild, then I leave it alone. They say chill, I say nah, I'm seasoned. Every scar got a reason, every joke got teeth in it. I've been boxed in, labeled, stapled it down. They point fingers, I point punchlines back out. Got a temper sure, but it's aimed like a weapon. Only fires and lies and convenient perceptions. They want silence, shit, I give them a circus. Clown paint melting, still scratching the surface. I don't snap, nah, I calculate, then I grin. Cause pressure don't break me, it sharpens the pen. Pressure made me who you love to hate. See, smile on my face, but my mind stay cage free. Laugh at the pain, turn trauma to HD. Say I'm too much, nah, pressure made me. Pressure made me. Diamonds in the grave, dirt, jokes in the dark, but the truth stay razor. All this weight, but I still won't break, see? Say it with me now, pressure made me. They said be yourself, then hated the result. So I turned that advice to a lyrical assault. I'm the voice in your head that won't let you nap. Like you sure you're awake, yeah, I'm dead like that. I offend with intent, but it's mostly the mirror. If the shoe fits tight, don't blame the deliver. I've been cool, calm, losing my patience politely. Holding grudges like trophies, I polish them nightly. Every note built a spine in my back. Every fake friend taught me a fact that applause comes cheap when the room full of clones. I'd rather be booed for the truth I was on. So I poke at the system, it pokes back harder, but I joke while it swings, call it stress management armor. If the world wants a villain, I'll give them a maybe. Cause heroes get boring, shit, pressure made me. Hold up, breathe, count it to 4, smile for the crowd, then kick the door. If they ask why I'm wired this way lately, tell them real slow. Pressure made me, pressure made me. Who you love to hate, see, smile on my face, but my mind stay cage free. Laugh at the pain, turn trauma to HD. Say I'm too much, nah, pressure made me. Pressure made me. Diamonds in the grave, dirt, jokes in the dark, but the truth stay razor. All this weight, but I still won't break, see? Say it with me now, pressure made me. Yeah. You can keep the comfort, I'll take the heat. If you're wondering why I sound like this, you already know. Pressure made me. Philly Dash, Sha Harlem Records, Preface. So now what? You break the mold, and everybody wanna ask why it's sharp. Now they staring like, damn, he survived it. Same ones who clap when my light went private. They love the glow, but they hate the wiring. They want the fruit, yeah, but not the riot. I got habits from hunger, flinch when it's quiet. Peace feel fake when you're born in the violence. I don't trust smiles, I read between. I learned love switch sides when the pressure ease. I ain't healed, nah, I adapted, big difference. I just made friends with my inattention. They want the old me, the broken version. I buried him with full intention. I ain't angry, nah, I'm focused now. Same fire, yeah, just closer to the crown. If pressure made me, then what I became is what happens when pain sticks around. Now I breathe different, think different, same scars, but I move with a mean distance. They hear strength, I hear unfinished business. Pressure left, I hear unfinished business. Now I breathe different, think different, same scars, but I move with a mean distance. They hear strength, I hear unfinished business. Pressure left, I hear unfinished business. They want redemption arcs, I want justice. I remember nights I was dead broke, disgusted, talking to ceilings, asking for substance. Now they call on my phone, acting like we cousins. I keep receipts in my cadence. Every bar got the taste of the basement. They say you changed, I say you late. I've been evolving since abandonment shaped me. I don't chase peace, nah, I negotiate it. I don't trust luck, I calculate it. If this is preface, imagine the pages. This is just a warning shot before the statements. Pressure ain't gone, it just switched forms. Now it's expectations, stages and norms. If I crack now, it's louder than before. So I smile, load the pen, and then I perform. Now I breathe different, think different, same scars, but I move with a mean distance. They hear strength, I hear unfinished business. Pressure left, I hear unfinished business. Now I breathe different, think different, same scars, but I move with a mean distance. They hear strength, I hear unfinished business. Pressure left. Yeah. Pressure made me, business unfinished. Now I'm writing in the margins where they swore I wouldn't finish. Prologue ain't a warning, it's a crack in the door. Track 3, if you blink you might miss what this is for. You might miss what this is for. You might miss, yeah. Came in quiet but my thoughts loud as sirens. Mind full of violence but words not the kind with indictments. I've been fighting myself more than rivals. Smiling in public at night, here to echo a why you. Pressure made me but the cracks still show. Unfinished business, now I'm back for more. They want polished shit, I bring dents and scars. I ain't shine yet, I'm just scratching the door. They said, pick a lane, I said nah, I swerve. Life hit the gas, I was learning the curves. I'm the joke they ain't laugh at till later. Now the punchline hit harder, no chaser. Family man, with a temper I tame. Trying to balance love, legacy, hunger and pain. If success is a ladder, I'm missing some rungs. So I climb with my hands bleeding, gripping the rungs. Yeah. I was scribbled out, crossed off, left of the footnotes. Laughing at the doubt while I'm sharpening these punchlines, cutthroat. They said stay in your place, I said watch me erase it. I don't need the headline, I'm deadly in the basics. I was scribbled out, crossed off, left of the footnotes. Cutthroat, watch me erase it. I don't need the headline, I'm deadly in the basics. They want the glow up, but at the grind phase. I want the proof, I survived my mind days. I was broke with a dream and a deadline. Now I'm rich in belief, still behind time. Labels want a box, I want chaos. Clean it up, nah, I like it raw sauce. I say the wrong thing the right way. Make them uncomfortable, stare at the floor away. They confuse confidence with conceit. I confuse silence with inner peace. If I joke about pain, don't flinch. That's the only way that I learned how to win. Every track a therapy session unpaid. Every bar a receipt of the dues I paid. If this flops, I still smoke my soul. If it hits, then I guess they'll quote my quotes. If it hits, they'll quote my quotes. This ain't fame, it's survival talk. This ain't hype, it's a final thought. If I vanish tomorrow, remember this pen. I wrote myself back into relevance. They skim the surface, I read between. I don't chase the crown, I sharpen the scheme. If this album's a book, let them all take notes. I'm the voice in the cracks, I'm the margin. Quotes, I was scribbled out, crossed off, left of the footnotes. Laughing at the doubt while I'm sharpening these punchlines, cutthroat. They said stay in your place, I said watch me erase it. I don't need the headline, I'm deadly in the basics. I was scribbled out, crossed off, left of the footnotes. Cutthroat, watch me erase it. I don't need the headline, I'm deadly in the basics. Yeah. Pressure made me. Unfinished business. This ain't the story. It's the ink before the sentence. Preface ain't the end. It's the warning shot. This is track 3. Read the rest or not. I was scribbled out, crossed off, left of the footnotes. Cutthroat, watch me erase it. I don't need the headline, I'm deadly in the basics. Deadly in the basics. Yeah. Before the chapters, before the cheers, before the margarines, the grit, the pressure, the years. This is where the pen hits paper. The first sentence. Born in the margarines, my name in the gutter. Moments of silence, the fridge used to stutter. Empty as cupboards, stomach would flutter. Dreams in my pocket, but change wasn't clutter. Pressure made me before the applause. Before they clapped, I was clenching my jaw. Read between lines, learn the laws of the floors. Every note was a brick, built a wall like a claw. I was writing to live, not living to write. Candle wax dripping, I scribbled through nights. Mind like a siren, city had bites. Philly Dash cold taught me to fight for the mic. Teacher said focus, I focused on rage. Turned attention to tension, intention to stage. If life's a book, they tried ripping the page. So I stitched it with bars, put my name on the age. First sentence, blood on the page. When I write it, no eraser for pain. I just tighten the language. If the book of my life had a spark that's ignited, every scar is a comma, every breath is a hyphen. First sentence, I was broke with a vision, talking hope to the mirror, trying to focus the mission. They said, wait your turn. I said, open the prison. First sentence, this is the moment it begins in. I ain't chase a cosign, I sign my resolve. Every doubt in my head got a time in the cause. I was boxed in by fate, learned to climb out the brawl. Now the pen do karate, every line is a wall. Talk reckless with purpose, dark humor with heart. Laugh at pain, cause it sharpen the art. If the devil want features, I'm charging a part. I've been selling my truth while they market a spark. From the curb to the booth, I rehearsed in the rain. Heard you won't turn the echo to flame. Every sentence a step, every step through the chain. I ain't famous yet, but I'm etched in the frame. Before written in grit, before margins and praise. This the breath I took first, this the start of the maze. If you read me too fast, you'll miss what it said. First sentence ain't loud, it just stayed. First sentence, blood on the page. When I write it, no eraser for pain. I just tighten the language. If the book of my life had a spark that's ignited, every scar is a comma, every breath is a hyphen. First sentence, I was broke with a vision, talking hope to the mirror, trying to focus the mission. They said, wait your turn. I said, open the prison. First sentence, this is the moment it begins in. If this ends in a period, no, I survived it. If it's a question mark, I'll keep driving. If it's an exclamation point, I earned every strike. First sentence underlined it, this is life. Preface, where the story don't ask permission. Yeah. Pressure made me before the applause. Margins of the page, we're all just sorta written in grit. So, written in grit, yeah, I wrote it this way. From the cracks in the flow to the hope in the gray. If it's written in grit, it ain't going away. Read it back, what the margins say. Written in grit, yeah, I wrote it this way. From the cracks in the flow to the hope in the gray. If it's written in grit, it ain't going away. Read it back, what the margins say. Margin notes in the margins, pen bleed through the page. Pressure made me, now the rage got a cage on the stage. For the applause, I was clapping back at the doubt. Laugh checking my head, hit a crowd with a doubt. Philly Dash with a splash of bad habits and wit. Written in grit, every letter got calluses on it. I scribble survival, spiral notebooks and spike. Handle the midnight, I handle the whole bend of fright. Slim shadow humor, dark jokes with a grin. Mirror talking trash, I'm the coach in the bench. External rhymes, ricochet, internal chatter. I don't fold when the pressure make the page get tatted. Margin notes to the margins, I'm past the red lines. Deadlines fed mine, breadcrumbs lead signs. Success is the test and the scars of the ink. I pass with a laugh when the margin notes blink. Written in grit, yeah, I wrote it this way. From the cracks in the flow to the hope in the gray. If it's written in grit, it ain't going away. Read it back, what the margins say. Written in grit, yeah, I wrote it this way. From the cracks in the flow to the hope in the gray. If it's written in grit, it ain't going away. Read it back, what the margins say. I was joked on, poke fun, broke bones of my pride. Turn cold nights to cold, put the fire aside. External hate loud, internal voice louder. I shower doubt, resolve, make the powder go sour. Early shady cadence, playful menace. Pencil stabbing the pad, leave a playful penance. I'm sarcastic with purpose, circus words on a wire. Balance jokes with the pain, let it burn, let it fire. Catchy like a cough drop stuck in your head. Simple hooks, complex looks from the things that I said. I'm a dad with a dream and a mouthful of truth, trying to model the way while I run with the youth. For pressure to notes, now I'm reading the grit. Every chapter a ladder, I'm ahead of the slips. When the applause come late, I'll be ready to bow. Margin notes made me now, hear me then, hear me now. Pause for the breath, hear the pencil scratch. Erase and redraw, never settle for that. From the notes to the book, let the truth overlap. Preface to the promise, watch the future snap. Written in grit, yeah, I wrote it this way. From the cracks in the flow to the hope in the gray. If it's written in grit, it ain't going away. Read it back, what the margins say. Not the story, just a warning. Pressure already spoke, applause still distant. Margins full of scars, grit still fresh in the ink. This the prologue of a problem child. I was raised by the echo of you won't be nothing. So I wrote back in caps every line, keeping it blunt. And pressure made me, applause never saved me. Margins of the page where the rage first raised me. I ain't clean, I'm no footnotes, much with intent. Teacher said I talk too much, I said watch what I meant. They wanted silence, I learned how to weaponize sound. Turned a whisper to a riot when the pen hit the ground. Problem child, yeah, the label fits snug. Too loud for the room, too sharp for the rug. Mama said breathe, real said behave. So I inhaled all the doubt and exhaled the stage. First sentence was a warning shot fired in ink. If this is a forward, imagine what chapters bring. I don't smile for the camera, I smirk at the truth. I was born with a question mark carved in my youth. I'm the prologue of a problem child, read me slow. Every scar foot noted where the hurt don't show. If the past tried to edit me, I tore that page. This ain't fame, this survival set to 808s. Prologue of a problem child, pen still wild. Every bar confession from a misunderstood child. They ask why I rap like I'm mad at the world. Cause the world wrote first, now I'm answering curled. They clap when you win, but they yawn when you bleed. So I learned how to starve just to sharpen the need. Forward ain't friendly, it's a heads up sign. Like if you scared easy, don't step inside. I joke with the pain, yeah, I laugh at the mess. Humor's just armor when you cracked at the crest. They said calm down, I said nah, I'll explode. Every thought off the leash, every line off the code. I was scribbling futures while they slept on the now. Turned attention to vision, learned to weaponize doubt. Problem child, I don't fit in the frame. So I tilted, rebuilt it, and put my fist in the name. Before the applause, I rehearsed in the dark. Every light bulb moment came from striking a spark. This the preface to the chaos, the why before who. If you still here listening, this book's meant for you. I'm the prologue of a problem child, read me slow. Every scar foot noted where the hurt don't show. If the past tried to edit me, I tore that page. This ain't fame, this survival set to 808s. Prologue of a problem child, pen still wild. Every bar confession from a misunderstood child. They ask why I rap like I'm mad at the world. Cause the world wrote first, now I'm answering curled. This ain't the story. This the reason the story exists. Forward before the fallout. Philly Dash Problem child. Chapter 1 still loading. Harlem. Yeah. Pressure pressed the lead through the desk. Applause claps once, then it left. Margins thin, grit under the flesh. Problem child wrote this, and the ink still wet. I scribble scripture with split intentions. Ink drips thick like it's stitching confessions. Hand crank, brain damn page got dents. Every boss smell like stress and resentment. They want punchlines, I punch clocks in hell. Time card stains where my thoughts still dwell. I don't ghost write hope, I haunt myself. Leave notes in the margins like call for help. Spell check red, but the pain spelled right. Crossed out dreams still bleed through white. Laughed at trauma like high too late. Dark jokes high where the truth vibrates. They say clean it up, I smeared the mess. Sign my name with a nervous twitch. If this flops, frame the wreck. At least they'll know that the ink's still wet. The ink's still wet, don't smudge my flaws. I just shook hands with my inner thoughts. If it reads unhinged, then good, that's honest. Proof I wrote this without a harness. The ink's still wet, fingerprint show. Laughing at pain like a sick joke told. If this the start, I ain't done yet. Back up, bitch, the ink's still wet. Forward feel like a warning label. May cause discomfort if you're stable. I write like rent due, lights cut off. like dogs. They want relatability, I give receipts. Dates, time stamps, therapy beats. Jokes so dark, they need street lights. Laugh track stuck on a flat line. I don't cap in bars, I crack instead. Self-aware with a fractured head. Every metaphor, mean what it said. If you rewind it, it gets more dead. Pressure taught me how to press harder. Applause faded, I pressed record. If they judge me off this intro set, cool, cause the ink's still wet. The ink's still wet, don't smudge my flaws. I just shook hands with my inner thoughts. If it reads unhinged, then good, that's honest. Proof I wrote this without a harness. The ink's still wet, fingerprint show. Laughing at pain like a sick joke told. If this the start, I ain't done yet. Back up, bitch, the ink's still wet. No eraser, just pressure. No polish, just letters. But it ain't finished, I barely exhaled. Shit, and the ink's still wet. Philly Dash. The ink's still wet, don't smudge my flaws. I just shook hands with my inner thoughts. If it reads unhinged, then good, that's honest. Proof I wrote this without a harness. The ink's still wet, fingerprint show. Laughing at pain like a sick joke told. If this the start, I ain't done yet. Back up, bitch, the ink's still wet. Take the final copy, it's the first real one. Margin still breathing, story still running. Forward ain't perfect, it's honest, and the ink's still wet. Harlem, Philly Dash. I wrote survival in cursive, every loop was a scar. Margins of the page taught me who you are. Prologue of a problem child, foot in the dark. Ink still wet on the past, leave bruises at bars. I was drafted by doubt, then I rose to the ranks. Signed contracts with trauma, paid interest and thanks. Laugh now, cry later, that's a Philly Dash play. Walk the edge with a grin, hear the devil say thanks. I'm a mirror with cracks, still reflecting the truth. Every punchline is stitch, I'm correcting the proof. From the basement to booth, I was tested in youth. Turn the pressure to pearls, let the necklace recoup. I don't mumble my pain, I articulate rage. Every bar is a cell where I rehabilitate. Unpublished pages, they tremble on stage. When the mic clicks on, it's a medical page. Unpublished pain, let it bang through the speakers. Margins in my brain, all my ghosts turn to features. If they don't print the truth, I'll graffiti the bleachers. Unpublished pain, now silence the leakers. Unpublished pain, let it bang through the speakers. Margins in my brain, all my ghosts turn to features. If they don't print the truth, I'll graffiti the bleachers. Unpublished pain, now silence the leakers. I was censored by fear, redacted by shame. Now I black out the doubt, let the headline remain. Prime range with a polished mind and mind with the flame. I evolve every era, still sign it the same. I'm a footnote to snap, now the chapter looks shook. Every lesson I learned left a hook in the hook. They said tone it down, I said open the book. I was born from the margins, now I'm quoting the crooks. I juggle the jest with the venomous wit. Laugh track over trauma, hear the skeleton spit. Multi-syllabic decisions, every sentence legit. I bend words like a locksmith, make the devil submit. From applause fantasies to reality checks. I pay dues with a pen, now I tally the debts. If success is a test, I'm correcting the text. Unpublished pain, put the X on my chest. If they never approve it, I'll approve of myself. Turn the bruises to proof, put the truth on the shelf. Every silence I felt was a scream for some help. Now a weaponized breath, let the roof try to melt. Unpublished pain, let it bang through the speakers. Margins in my brain, all my ghosts turn to features. If they don't print the truth, I'll graffiti the bleachers. Unpublished pain, now silence the leakers. Unpublished pain, let it bang through the speakers. Margins in my brain, all my ghosts turn to features. If they don't print the truth, I'll graffiti the bleachers. Unpublished pain, now silence the leakers. I'm the editor-in-chief of my demons at night. Cross out every excuse till the thesis is right. From the first sentence spoken to the grit and the bite. I was raised by find the echo of you want when you might. I stitch humor the whore, hear the crowd laughing gas. Smile crooked, knife sharp, let the cadence collapse. I've been juggling masks, every face overlaps. Till the mirror said dash and I answered it back. I don't beg for the press, I'll press records myself. Every chord is a cord tied around my old self. I was shelved as a risk, now I'm risking the shelf. Put the weight on the words, let them lift with the help. If the ink never dries and the wound stays awake, I'm the author and the subject, every move I can't fake. Unpublished pain, but the room starts to shake. When the truth hits the beat, watch the bookcase break. Unpublished pain, let it bang through the speakers. Margins in my brain, all my ghosts turn to features. If they don't print the truth, I'll graffiti the bleachers. Unpublished pain, now silence the leakers. Unpublished pain, let it bang through the speakers. Margins in my brain, all my ghosts turn to features. If they don't print the truth, I'll graffiti the bleachers. Unpublished pain, now silence the leakers. Pressure made me to the ink that remains. Every chapter a step, every step was in flames. Prologue ain't the end, it's the start of the change. Unpublished pain, now remember the name. These dreads from the bottom, they smudge when you touch them. Every word gotta weigh, every breath got a budget. I ain't scream for the light, I adjusted the darkness. Now the silence feel loud when the truth start humming. Dreads from the bottom, still rough, but they honest. You can hear what I heard in the pauses and the comments. If it sound like I'm fighting, it's cause I've been sparring with the man in the mirror and the pen that was starving. I was scribbling survival in the margins of the mattress. Ain't bleeding through the fabric where the panic used to nap in. Pressure made me, but it fractured what I practiced. Every sentence fell sentence, every silence had a caption. Dress from the bottom, coffee rings on the page. Moments folded like corners, trying to bookmark the pain. I learned hunger got a language that don't talk, it persuades. It just stares at the clock while you bargain with faith. I was rehearsing rejection for applause of a clap. Learned the math of comebacks from the loss on the map. Every almost left a ghost that was haunting my craft. So I sharpened every bar like it owed me a pass. This ain't rap, it's a ledger of debt I survived. Every line got a pulse like it's begging for life. If you read between the breaths, you can tell something's off. This ain't noise, this is proof that I bled on the thought. These dreads from the bottom, they smudge when you touch them. Every word got a weight, every breath got a budget. I ain't scream for the light, I adjusted the darkness. Now the silence feel loud when the truth start humming. Dreads from the bottom, still rough, but they honest. You can hear what I heard in the pauses and the comments. If it sound like I'm fighting, it's cause I've been sparring with the man in the mirror and the pen that was starving. I was writing through the doubt while the doubt read me back. Every mirror was a critic with a note in the glass. I ain't chased what was shiny, I was glued to the task, trying to turn every fracture to a usable crack. Ink still wet, unpublished pain in the file. Every title like a timestamp of a mile. I survived, I ain't flexed what I lost, but I budget the trials, turning echo why me to a stubborn reply. I learned grit ain't a slogan, it's showing up broke when the hope needs CPR and the lungs full of smoke. Every ball got a bruise, every hook got a rope, trying to pull me from the pit where the comfort was. Nope, this prologue not a peak, I'm still building the climb, still editing, figure out my sentences line by line. If it feels like suspense, that's intentional design. Second to last on the reel, but the first time I'm mine. These dreads from the bottom, they smudge when you touch them. Every word got a weight, every breath got a budget. I ain't scream for the light, I adjusted the darkness. Now the silence feel loud when the truth start humming. Dreads from the bottom, still rough, but they honest. You can hear what I heard in the pauses and the comments. If it sound like I'm fighting, it's cause I've been sparring with the man in the mirror and the pen that was starving. Congratulations, you made it to the final page of the prologue. Yo, pressure made me diamonds in the rough sketch. Before the applause, I was starving for respect. Margins of the page where the pain and the blood bled. Written in grit, every sentence was a mud step. first sentence felt like a verdict was read. Prologue of a problem child. Demons in my head, ink still wet. Tears smearing what I said. Unpublished pain, sleeping with the dread. Drafts from the bottom, I was crawling through the cellar. Cold nights, no light, just a dreaming of vendetta. Flatline monitor, beep sounding like a metronome. The tapped on my shoulder said, Dash, you coming home. Almost died twice, life priced with a thin thread. Doc said, you lucky. I said, nah, I'm not finished yet. God kept the pen in my hand when it slipped. Read, this ain't the story yet. I just wrote the beginning, yeah. This ain't the story yet. Nah, this is the prologue. Scars on my chest, every breath like a war song. Lost too many soldiers, pouring out a cold one. Tears on the pavement, praying they can hold on. This ain't the story yet. Nah, this is the prologue. Scars on my chest, every breath like a war song. Lost too many soldiers, pouring out a cold one. Tears on the pavement, praying they can hold on. Custody battles, courtroom colder than a freezer. Suit with the tie, but inside I was a bleeder. Fighting for my daughter, your honor, couldn't see her. Tears in my beard, trying to hide it from the people. Friends in the casket, addicts and addicts. Static in the air when the paramedics panic. Suicides, mama's eyes swollen from the crying. Every time I rap, it's a eulogy I'm writing. Slim with the venom, 50 with the hunger. Bulletproof spirit, I was built for the thunder. They said I'd fold quick, told them hold this. Middle finger to the grave, I'm immortal with my focus. From the mud where the blood mixed with ambition. Now I'm aiming for the crown with precision. Philly Dash, remember the name when I ascend. This ain't the story yet, this where the legend begins. This ain't the story yet, nah, this is the prologue. Scars on my chest, every breath like a war song. Lost too many soldiers, pouring out a cold one. Tears on the pavement, praying they can hold on. This ain't the story yet, nah, this is the prologue. Scars on my chest, every breath like a war song. Lost too many soldiers, pouring out a cold one. Tears on the pavement, praying they can hold on. Yeah. If you're hearing this and you feel like giving up, don't. I've been on that hospital bed staring at ceilings that felt like coffins. I've stood in courtrooms feeling like the world already judged me. I've buried friends who thought the pain would never stop. But listen to me, if you're still breathing, you're still writing. If your heart's still beating, the chapter ain't closing. Scars mean you survived, tears means you cared. Fighting means you're alive. They can doubt you, they can leave you. They can bury you in rumors, debt, and regret. But as long as you wake up, this ain't the story yet. Nah, this is the prologue. Scars on my chest, every breath like a war song. Lost too many soldiers, pouring out a cold one. Tears on the pavement, praying they can hold on. This ain't the story yet. Nah, this is the prologue. Scars on my chest, every breath like a war song. Lost too many soldiers, pouring out a cold one. Tears on the pavement, praying they can hold on. Philly Dash to the top. Watch me. Prologue. We just getting started.